Yes, this lovely Wednesday,
Yeah.
middle of the week.
I don't know. Days are flying by. I'm
Oh,
sure
I
not everybody's going through that, but um,
um,
I don't know. Every day it's just like, holy cow. I even said like to Lindsay just as I was getting on, I was like, oh, I almost forgot. I was busy on my phone and yeah, didn't even get my coffee drunk.
and we had a dance party already this morning, so we got things kicking off right.
There you go. I haven't had my dance party yet today, so
And it gives you a whole lot of energy when you're moving that way, hey?
yeah,
As opposed to just sitting
it's
down and
fun.
plunking on the TV. So
It's
yeah,
fun. Oh, let me
Carmen
click
is
on
watching.
there. What's that?
Hello, Carmen is watching. Hello,
Oh,
Carmen.
hi, Carmen. We got Dan and Yvonne. Oh,
Nice.
so, what'd you
What'd
do
you do
last night?
I asked you at exactly the same time.
Did you? Personal jinx. Tyler and I do that all the time when we're messaging each other. We always put the exact same thing at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
exactly.
I what did I do? Um, oh, Jeff and I are still working on that table.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys know, but like we're making this harvest table, and we got this really gnarly wood. So and it's thick and it's gorgeous, but it's really like it's been really put through the ringer. It's got like boreholes from bugs, and it's an old bunch of wood. So what we decided, we would put it all together with all its imperfections, and then we would fill all the voids with resin, with colored resin that matches my chairs. So anyways, we have put buckets of resin on this thing and it keeps like absorbing it. So anyways, we have almost beat it. Like we have only just a couple little holes that we have to go through and do today. So that was one of the things. And
well, how many layers
resin's
of wood?
expensive. I don't know if you guys know how much resin is.
Well, and how much have you been putting on? Like, how many layers would you say now? Because you've been doing it for.
Four. Probably four, but it just goes in, like it goes all through all the bug holes, and it just like fills up all these gaps that you can't see. So I don't know, next time if we were to do this, I think we would try and maybe not use such gnarly wood, and try and figure out how to seal some of it first, kind of thing. So yeah, it's just like a big sponge.
It's gonna look so good when it's done.
Oh, it already does. I can see it, and yeah, I'll have pictures for everybody. So
Awesome.
yeah, that's what we did. What'd you guys do?
Training last night. Speaking of
Oh,
our
that's right. Yeah,
yesterday, right?
I wasn't on there last night.
And
I
we're
was
going.
busy filling
Yeah,
voids
right.
with resin. Yeah,
We're actually going to be implementing it over the next week. So, putting it into place and practicing
implementation.
implementation. Same
Word
as
of the day
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah, for sure. Good.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no point in getting training if you're not going to do something with it.
yeah.
So, okay, what do we got going on
A
here?
lot going on.
Kavita, hi. Kavita's
Hi,
watching.
Kavita.
Linda and Willie, hi guys.
Yes, hello.
Dan says, why can't somebody invent a bag of peanut butter cookies that last, oh, I lost it, where'd it go? That lasts more than one day.
Oh,
Have you guys heard my, like, look at it, it's still here.
you still have it.
Yeah, I might put it in a frame.
Yeah, the last.
I keep looking at it going, I should really eat it before it gets stale, but
Right.
in fact, it's kind of like it's just sitting over on my desk going, you ate the whole bag. So
yeah,
I agree, Dan, but I'm not a peanut butter cookie fan. So
oh, that's Tyler's
Willie
favorite.
says, caught y'all. I can hear that in his voice.
Yeah, yeah.
Debbie is watching.
Hi, Debbie. Willie we're worried that he missed us again too, but no, we're just starting out, so
we're just getting going here. Oh, Linda says, well, ladies, I'm here, but something crazy with my phone. I can't hear you.
Oh, no.
I don't know sign language.
No, I don't either. Just laughter.
And you she probably doesn't know how to interpret it anyway. So yeah, my sign language would be like bad. It would be like, there would be lots of bad movements in there, so we shouldn't do that. So
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's not. We don't want to offend our viewers. So
yeah. So anyways, yeah, we had some rain yesterday, but it's beautiful sunshine again. So I think we lost about 3 inches of snow yesterday. So
oh, nice.
I'm getting excited about that. So yeah, and it's all off the roofs now, and
it did snow a little bit for us here in Leduc, Alberta, but the sun is out now and it's melting a bit. So.
Melting away. That's the best, is when you only get a little bit and it just melts.
Yes.
But yeah, it's it almost doesn't look like it even froze here last night, but
oh,
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I just want it to melt. I just want puddles. I don't want snowbanks anymore.
Yeah.
So
did anybody do our challenge from last week?
Yeah.
I'd like to know how everybody did. So
that was kind of about manifesting and finding money that you didn't expect, kind of thing.
Yeah. So did you tally any up?
Me, just little bits, like just like some stuff that was on sale. We've been pretty much locked in our house for this week, so it hasn't we haven't really been out very much. But like one thing that I know for me is because I have status, like native status, and so I don't pay for my prescriptions. So that's one thing that is really, I'm really lucky about, is that I don't have that ongoing amount for my prescriptions. So, which I had to get. So that's kind of money in my pocket that I would normally have to pay out, right? So
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that was about my only thing. How about you? Did you find?
Yes. So my mom picked up eggs and Kraft dinner for us, and she said, don't worry about it, I'm covering costs. So that was like about $10 savings, so that was nice.
Yeah.
And then we filled up with diesel, so right now that's probably a good $40 in our pocket, because the price diesel's not as cheap as gas though. So we didn't get as much of savings as other people, but it's still savings and still money in our pocket. Yeah,
for sure. Everybody that's buying gas and stuff, I mean, it's too bad that it takes something like this to kind of make gas prices go down to where they're, reasonable and stuff. But
and then we went for a walk this morning, and co-op, we're members of co-op. So when you first sign up, it's $10, and then you become a member. And then every year you get a check in the mail for your, the shares in the company.
The shares, yeah.
So nice surprise today, we got a check in the mail from them. So
sweet.
It worked. Right?
You kind of love when you go and you're just expecting bills and boom.
Yes.
You get a check and you got to fan yourself with it.
Oh. Yeah. So I said, thank you.
There you go. People are looking out their windows like isolation is getting to that woman.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Oh, some of the things that I've been seeing on Facebook, people doing like, they're so bored and they're coming up. There was a man and a wife and they were dressed in black, and she's got long kind of dark blonde hair. And so they basically put on like a country music, like an old country music song. And she bent over backwards, put her hair over, and he put a cowboy hat on facing the other way. And it was like a horse. Some of them are so funny, like people that are doing things because they're so bored. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go back to our comments here.
Yeah. Okay, Linda can hear us now, so that's good.
Willie says, nothing better than homemade peanut butter cookies. I don't know if you saw on Willie's page like last week sometime, he had made banana, what was it, Willie? Banana cream pie or something?
Oh.
You should put that stuff on. That just makes everybody jealous. It was like a big pan of it too.
Cinnamon buns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You do the same.
That's the pot. Yeah, that's the pot. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Forget that, Willie. It looked really good. I hope it was.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
Linda's listening. Deb. Willie, you missed our challenge from last week. It was just trying to find some, like, always be looking and considering, like, if you go somewhere and you buy something on sale, that money is the money that you saved because it was on sale is actually money in your pocket. So it's kind of like a manifestation thing. Carmen says she saved $32.
That's awesome.
Does a higher credit score count? Yes, that sure does. uh, oh, what's this? So money I got was that live streaming class I wanted to get but couldn't is being given live stream free for 3 days. So that is money in your pocket.
Yeah,
Also, my sister in BC has been finding savings on food items that she is putting away for us. Nice. Yeah, you're going to have you'll have a big surprise pack when you get home because you won't be able to go anywhere.
Mm.
Yeah. Pudding, banana pudding, he said, yes.
Yes.
Hi, Suha. Suha's watching.
Hello.
Cool, guys. Well, that's good. I hope, even if you find money in the couch. I remember as a kid, if I wanted to go to the candy store, I would just like go through couches, and once in a while I might nip one out of the change thing and my dad's on his dresser, but only if I was really careful, because yeah. So that's about the extent of my, criminal activity was getting some quarters out of dad's change thing. So all right. So where are we? We are on Money Tips Wednesday.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about putting money in your pocket, and just again, we always try to put money in your pocket in different ways of doing it. So that's what we're going to do today.
Yeah.
And just offer tips that maybe you can do. And I like the first one here. I do want to ask a question if anybody's tried this and if they've been successful. And that is negotiate your credit card interest rate. Has anybody done that? Because Robin, have you?
I did. I'll say that I did say that. I kind of threatened my credit card and said, listen, I just got this offer from this other credit card. This is what they're offering me. I'll stay with you, but you have to do something about the credit limit. And they pretty much said no.
Oh.
So I did. I moved to what it was is that a different credit card company said, hey, 6 months low interest. Like I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't like 19 3/4. So if you moved your amount off of that credit card onto this credit card, of course you're going to save all that interest for 6 months kind of thing. And then it goes back up to, I know people though that move from credit card to credit card to credit card, their amounts, so that they don't pay that bigger interest each time, which is possible that you could do that too. But, depending on how much.
One thing that you can do is if you try to negotiate your credit card and it doesn't work, and if you can pay off the full amount using, for instance, a credit line that has a lower interest rate, that will save you money in itself.
Yeah.
So especially if it's against your mortgage, usually if you have a credit line with the bank, your interest is at least 10% lower.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
More than with the credit card. So put it onto there and use it that way instead of paying the huge interest rates on your credit card.
Yeah, and refinancing too. Like if you had 2 or 3 credit cards that were getting big, go to your bank and say, I want to get them all on one and have a lower payment. So, but here's the thing.
Consolidate them. Yeah.
If you do that and you take all that money off of those credit cards and then you just go out and fill up those credit cards again, there's no point. So you need to, I know when I was young and I had a little credit card problem, I would give my credit card to my mom and she would freeze it in something in the freezer until I could show her that I had paid it off, kind of thing. It worked. It totally worked. But like I say, if you go and refinance and put everything so that you have just a one single kind of lower payment that you can handle, don't go and spend a whole bunch of money on your credit cards again. Get rid of at least 2 of them. Keep the one that has the lowest.
And for every credit card you have, that goes against your credit rating, whether you pay it or not.
Yeah.
Like any cards that you have, for even points, if you just sign up for a point card but never cancel it just to get the whole whopping big, like the, what do you call it, when the initial sign up reward. So if it's like sign up now and you get 30,000 bonus points, but you never plan on using that credit card, you need to cancel it right away because it's just going to go against your credit rating. So
we just got to go back to comments here.
Yes,
we're not used to getting so many comments.
I know.
Willie says, do you remember when candy was 1 cent per piece? Yeah, I remember walking. It was probably, I'll say a mile for the Americans, probably what, 1.5 kilometers or something to walk from my house to the candy store for Canadians. Anyways, I can remember picking up enough 5-cent cans on the way to get like a bag of candy. So that's how much things have changed now, right? Willie said, didn't know credit cards could be negotiated. Yes, you can phone them and negotiate with them, especially if you, because everybody gets offers in the mail from different credit cards, and they're offering you like 6 months of 3 or 4% or something like that if you move your whole amount from your other credit card and start using them. So wherever you have your credit card from, Willie, is the bank that you want to talk to. So I don't know the banks in the States, but like for instance, if I had a MasterCard through the Bank of Montreal, then I would negotiate with them directly, kind of thing.
And chances are, if you're always paying off your credit card and don't have an outstanding huge debt with them, you're not going to be able to get a negotiated rate. Because if you are constantly having interest occurring on it, the banks like that, so they're not going to lower the rate.
No, if you're like one of those good people that pays your credit card off every month, never happened to me. But yes, if you are, you won't get a better rate because they want money, right? So Willie says, I only have one card. Is it wise to get another? It depends on how you're doing with your one card. If it's getting up to its limit, do not get another one unless you are absolutely destitute that you need a credit card to, eat or whatever. Because then you have 2 of them, and right now people are living on credit. So I mean,
I was just going to say, right now you're probably better to go to the bank because they have such low interest rates right now.
Yes, all the banks.
Going to the banks and just taking out a loan as opposed to a credit card.
Yes, and that's another thing too. If you're paying 19% on your credit card and your bank is going to give you a 6% loan, you can almost take the money that you have owing at 19 and whatever percent and put it on a loan. So the payment is smaller, but you can't go back and zing up the amounts on your credit card, or it's all for none, right? So
not gonna work that way.
What else we got here?
Then don't use your credit cards, Ash.
Yeah, Marty is watching. So one card is the best, yes, unless it's at its limit and you're destitute for money. Like I would not get. I have one, and that's plenty. And that's another thing too. If you find that you are always going up to your, going up to whatever your credit limit is on your card, and then you got to pay it down, you can ask to have your limit lowered. Like if you're one of those people that has no control, you can actually go in and say, I only want $5,000 on this credit card or whatever. Because I think Jeff's is like 50,000 or something like that. Wow. Like, can you imagine? Whoa.
Yeah. Well, and another thing too is like I'll get quite a few notifications saying you're pre-approved to up your credit card limit. I never do it unless I need it for a specific.
Sometimes if you don't respond, they just put it up. So you should always respond. So like if you have a good credit rating, they're always offering you money. They want you to go into debt with them. So
they make their money.
if you're a good customer of theirs, they don't want to lose you. So I know lots of friends of mine, they just skip from one to the next kind of, so they get that 6%. It's a pain in the neck though if you have to switch it every time. So
and right now we have one personal credit card and one business credit card, and that's just to keep track of everything separately. So if you do own your own business, sometimes that works out just for accounting purposes better for you. But,
and keep right now, especially everything that you spend in this, like because of what's going on in the world, keep your receipts for everything, because you don't know when this is all over what is actually going to be something that can help you with your taxes. So keep all your receipts for everything, because we don't know at this time what is going to actually be an extra kind of credit for us at the end of the year kind of thing. So Willie says one biz and one personal. Yes, if you have a business, it's good to keep it separate for sure. Yeah, it's just easier for tax time and whatnot. So yeah. Okay, so number one took a while, didn't it?
It did. And you know what? If we don't get through all of them today, we can carry them forward.
We can do it next time, yeah.
We want to provide you.
Yeah, let us know if any of you guys maybe try that. Just let us know if you had any luck with it. You almost have to have like if you don't negotiate my whatever we call it, interest rate, then I'm going to this other credit card. You almost have to threaten them. Same with like phones and everything. Like you almost have to have an offer that you can go, if you don't do it, I'm doing this. I mean, but who knows? Okay, so number 2. This isn't going to work for you, Willie, because you don't have loonies and toonies, but save
bills though. Save your dollars and
bills. Save your dollar bills. So in Canada, of course, we have the loonie and the toonie. So we have a box, and you guys, Lindsay said you had what?
Yeah, there was one time where I was not going to be able to make my payments in a month because the check that I was supposed to get from the government ended up being stolen out of the mailbox. So I was in a panic, and I ended up saving a whole bunch of loonies and toonies for just in case I needed it. I had $700.
I know. I had the same thing. We have a box in the bedroom. I keep the change in my purse. I never go out though, but Jeff, I don't know how men do it. Like, explain this to me, guys. How do you have that much change in your pockets all the time? Because I don't know, like I'll go to pick up Jeff's work pants, and it's like I'll go to and there's like $15 of change on the floor. It's no wonder they have to wear belts, I tell you. So anyway, we have a box that we throw all the change in, and it's a like bigger than a shoebox, and it's already like that full. So the only time I take money out of it is for the egg lady, because I pay her with loonies and toonies. But yeah. So
that's how definitely. I worked in the office when my boss would come around in the corner wearing his dress pants. He'd always have his hand in his pocket, jingling his change.
Oh, my grandpa Page used to do that when we would come to visit him. He lived in Egmont, which is a little tiny on the Sunshine Coast. Dan will know this. Anyways, he used to meet us across, because you could only get to his house by boat. So he would meet us when we'd show up, and that we remember him. He had like this sweater and his pants. He was always jingling change, and then we'd get there and he'd give us like a handful of change. And I remember that so much. It was just, and we could for the rest of the summer we could buy candy with it. So it was awesome.
But save those quarters, save those dimes.
Have like a piggy bank, whatever you like, and just put it in there. And then when it gets up, most banks have those things you can pour change into, and it counts it for you.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't roll it. I take it to like the bank, but save your loonies and toonies, because it adds up. And quarters, and we don't have pennies anymore, but
no, we don't. Yeah. I think the US still does though, don't you? US?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Dan says you can get a BC Ferries Experience top-up card as well. I'm not sure how it works, and I have one, but I'm sure Robin knows. Yes, that's another way to save money too, is when you travel the BC Ferries, like because I lived where I traveled quite often, you can get a card, a BC Ferries Experience card, and it actually saves you a ton of money, but you have to top it up and keep it so that you can't have it lower than what you're going to go across, what the amount of money is, but you do save a ton. So interesting. But you do have to top it up. You have to have at least what your trip is on it, or else you end up having to top it up to what their minimum is, which is usually more than what you want. So interesting. Willie says people are bold enough to steal out of others' mailboxes. Yes.
Oh yes.
It happens so much. It's more like the rural ones that are on the sides of the roads kind of thing. Not really the ones in the post office. I think you'd be pretty gutsy to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, and ours was like an old school mailbox, and I guess like 7 or 8 people had their mail broken into.
Yeah, and the thing is that those people that are stealing mail, they know when the baby bonus checks come out and when this and when that comes out. They know. So they kind of hit them that time. Yeah, it's actually kind of a problem in Canada. It's weird. Okay, so let's do the next one.
Oh, sorry. Willie said yes, they do have pennies.
Yes.
Thank you for confirming. Okay, next one. Do not spend money on coffee.
Nope.
Well, even now when you're not supposed to, but if you're staying at home more, you can still go through the drive-through. A lot of places are still open for drive-through, but it's way more expensive than you making your own coffee.
Yeah. If you really have to feel like you're going for a drive-through, get a cup. Fill it with your own coffee.
Yeah.
Like you've been to Tim Hortons, but it's your own coffee. It's cheaper.
Yes.
So.
Oh, yes.
I know people that I've worked with over the years and stuff like that spend probably $10 or $12 a day on coffee.
Oh, I did when I worked downtown.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
And it depends. Like if you're a Starbucks person, one coffee is like $6.
See, that's the difference. Like if you just get a regular coffee, it's not nearly as expensive, which is what I would do first thing in the morning because I need my black coffee, my favorite. And then, but in the afternoon, I need that sugar rush. So then that's when I would go for the expensive latte. So there you go, $10 a day.
That's $300 a month.
It's crazy. Yes. So if you can do that at home, strongly recommend it.
Yeah. I mean, when you really start adding things up that you just don't, you don't even think about during the day and you start we used to, when I was working, because I was in construction, so one person on the site would kind of run down and get everybody's coffee. Everybody would chip in and they'd run down. But even that, like even if we were just going to McDonald's and it was $1.70 or something like that, that's like twice a day for the whole time you're working. I mean, it really adds up. So yeah. For sure.
There was just a couple of comments on here. Linda said, never knew that, Robin, but don't leave the island that much. So she was talking about your card.
About the experience card. Yeah, definitely look into it.
And she's also said, I've always saved I've always saved there as I very seldom ever go for coffee.
There. Yeah. And Carmen says they're not allowing you to use your own cup right now. I understand that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. I watched a creepy thing on how it spreads last night, and I wish I wouldn't have now. Actually, we're not even going to talk about it.
No, let's not go there. So what's the next?
Okay, on to the next one. Make your lunch at home.
Yes. This was another one for me.
So Jeff is really good. He makes a sandwich. He has like some protein sticks in there and takes his water and whatever. He makes a lunch when he's working. But I was looking at the credit card statement and here's he got skip the dishes. So that's when you phone and you order from somewhere and then they bring it to you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he did that twice. And yes, he was sharing with his coworker, like they split the bill, but it was $30 for lunch.
It's so expensive because they include a tip on it or a delivery fee, and then you tip the driver as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is quite pricey.
$30 would give you like the king of homemade lunches.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no.
So
it's handy. Don't get me wrong. Use it sometimes. It's nice trick. But if you get into the habit of using it,
I've never done it. Not that you could do it here in Barrier. It would it would be so. They are actually a couple of the little restaurants here are are doing deliveries. So here's an idea from Linda. Make your own coffee and pay for it in your piggy bank.
There you go.
That is such a good idea. Yes. Every time you make your own coffee, pretend you bought it and put the money in your piggy bank, and you'd have a ton of money at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's such a great idea. That's like forced savings. It's so good. Yeah.
And Carmen's right. That is pretty easy to do right now at the restaurants because they're most of them are closed.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, there's all the restaurants are closed to just takeout. And they're even saying if you're worried about it, you can pay by e-transfer or whatever, and we will run it out to your car just to try and minimize anything like that. But don't forget, like anything that you get in your house, you gotta wash it down or something like that, because you never know, even though it's just coming from you know,
Yeah.
somewhere like that. You gotta be careful. So.
Well, I hate to be the party pooper, but it's 1.
Wow.
So that flew
We only
by
got 4
halfway.
done out of like 9.
We only made it halfway through our list. So guess what we're talking about next week?
Okay, but we do have like, let's do our we'll do our word of the day and we'll do our challenge. So do the challenge first.
Okay, so our challenge is no shopping online for 1 week. So for anybody, and I picked this challenge because not a lot of people are going out right now and spending money, but you can certainly still shop from home very easily. So
Yeah.
let's
We're not talking about like grocery delivery or anything, like anything that's necessity. We're talking about, wow, like look at that thing online that, I don't know, spits candies out or something like that. We're talking about unnecessary buying. Like a t-shirt that you want, but
you don't need.
Don't buy it at this time. Yeah. Save your money. Okay, so today's word is savings, of course. And we all know what that is. Yes. And we should all be really working on it right now because we just don't know what's going to be happening. And yeah, so we gave you some ideas.
Yes.
Linda gave you a great idea.
That is a very good idea. Yes.
Yeah, no kidding. If you did that,
yeah.
Even if you stuffed like $5 in a piggy bank every day, because that's what your useless spending is almost every day, right? You'd have a lot of money after a couple months, so that'd be good.
Carmen says
so anyways,
Carmen says
a little over.
Not a problem for her right now. So
no.
And I always do that. I'm like, oh yeah, no, this challenge will be super easy. And then pretty soon it's like, oh no, like I'm not supposed to do this right now. So it'll just be interesting if you catch yourself. And I just wanted to say tomorrow is going to be a great show. We have our friend Tom Byrne on here, and he's going to talk to us about podcasting. He has his own show, and he has a lot of tips on if anybody wants to kind of look into that. Yeah, so I'm excited to have him on the show tomorrow.
Ah, no kidding. I like the interview days. They're fun. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So yeah, I guess we should get off here. So thanks everybody that tuned in. We just love, and it's so much fun for us when you guys are interacting with us.
Yes.
Yeah, because we get to like talk to you right straight. So it's great. So thanks for tuning in, and yeah, we'll be here tomorrow, same time, same place.
Yes.
So you guys have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yes, thanks. Bye.
Bye, everybody.